to say that, but I need you to say it calmly so he can hear you because uh, apparently he don't think that I appreciate what he does, not just for me, but for people in my circle. Like whenever I call him and say that something is happening, something is wrong, whatever, even if something ain't wrong, he at least got a good word. He gonna make sure that whatever is happening is cool. So go ahead, Nona Carey, because that what he call you, Nona don't care.
Who
Nona
don't
Carey,
care?
go ahead,
Look,
Nona Carey.
and Nona Carey, he knows Nona Carey cares. I love you. Even when you get on the phone, I'll be like, hi, brother, or hi, big head. But that's all we talk about is you. She's always talking about how appreciative she is of you. But and she shows it all the time. And you know that. Why are you over there acting spoiled today? What's up? Why are you in your feels? Talk to us. What's going on? You need to be loved on. What you need, brother?
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering.
You shouldn't
Yes,
wonder. She talks about you all the time. This is Yolanda King Johnson, honey. I know you haven't heard from me, but yes, she talks. Even with the fathers that I brung, she mentioned you several times, and every time we do something, she always speak about you. So, as Nona Carey, big head, you need to check yourself this morning, baby. You are all up in here. You feel me?
and
My
this is
And
this is Manya, and you already know I should not have to say a thing. I just thanked you yesterday, so face to face. So yes, your name is mentioned often. Okay, you are probably well. Alan is present all the time, and your presence is here through Dr. Rose's voice. So yes, yes.
And this is Chevette, and we go back way years, probably about 18 years or something like that.
yes, much.
Right. Right. And I'm gonna tell you, today is June the 6th, 2026. After today, I don't want you to ever wonder if she's saying something bad or negative or whatever about you. She talks very highly of you. She respects you. And in front of the world, she says she does say great things about you as a father and as a husband. So don't ever wonder if she's, lifting you up. She does.
All the time.
And I just want to say this. Her journey, why she's on this journey, is because of you. You know what I mean? So she don't she knows it. You know what I mean? And I honor the way, as she say, her ex spouse. I call
Former.
former
mine my
spouse,
what?
former
Yeah,
spouse.
former spouse. I call mine my husband. So and you ain't a husband, so you better be glad that.
Go ahead, Bridget.
I raised my hand before I had to say something. From the other side of Atlanta. Sir, let me tell you, the respect that a woman could ever have for a person that she was formerly attached to could be no more greater, because uh the relationship that you all have is very rare. It's not many women that can have that kind of relationship with the former spouse, because we all can see. I don't wear glasses, but I can see clear that you all still care. She speaks about the fact that you are the father of her children, the grandfather of her grandchildren, and what would she look like not being in support of you? She would look crazy in her eyes not being in support of you. So, Mr. Former Spouse, understand that you are spoken of very highly, and nobody over here having to bash the ex-husband party over here. It's not that. And I just want to say that a lot of our men need to know this. I will applaud you for asking, because some of our men don't know that we love them, and they don't know that we still care. Even if we don't dwell together, we still care about y'all big head butts after as Nona Carey just said, look, we still care about y'all. I can't say the word that I want to say right now because we was on live and they was shutting the smug down. Uh we still care about y'all. We still want the best for y'all, and we definitely appreciate those who show up because some don't show up. My former spouse is in the grave. And I promise you, this woman speaks so highly of you that some women probably call her throw it off a little bit. But you are appreciated by Darlena and us.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
All right. All
Okay.
right.
Go ahead, Noreen. Noreen, the one told me to stop calling you ex and call you former spouse.
Good day, everybody. Happy Saturday. Um, I wanted to say I have respect for your former spouse because of what you say, Darlena. Because there are, like what Bridget was saying, so many are not in that situation. So many don't have relationships with their former spouses. And I can speak for myself. I don't. And I actually don't want to because of the stuff that's happened and still continues. So I have respect for your former spouse just from learning from what you say, and I've never met him. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's in deep regard here.
Okay. Does that answer your question that you posed? Why?
Yes.
Because the question came across while the songs was playing. So I wanted to make sure that I got that question answered for you in real time. So, is there anything you'd like to say to my friends?
Good morning, everyone. And y'all have a wonderful day.
There we go. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. You all right today?
I'm okay today.
All
All right. Bye. Well, ask me, do you ever say that you appreciate your ex husband? That was the question he sent. Man, what? I'm telling you, he has done so much for so many of my friends. Like in even when I first started the nonprofit, the very first day I was still in Philly. I was at his house. And when Jenny called me, I was at his house. It was my father's birthday. I was sitting on the couch and I was just being in gratitude for everything that I had learned from my dad. And he often says, I learned so much from your dad. I learned so much from your dad. Your dad was such an amazing guy. It was my dad's heavenly birthday. So we had that conversation. I was just sitting still, and Jenny calls. And the very next day, when, go ahead, Shanette.
Good morning, everyone. Blessings, Grand Rising.
Let's.
Gonna say what my dad says. Poor little guy. He just want to. Poor little guy. Poor little guy. Poor little thing. He just want to feel that he loves and
Yeah,
cares about. That's
that's it.
all.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. That's
That's
it.
it.
He just want. He just want to know.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all.
And sometimes we want to know.
Yes,
So
exactly. Just want
that
to know.
that day, when we got the first 9 women, when we were on live, he was in the background. And he was saying, how much more you need? And so he, at the same time, when people were donating, he was giving me money, saying, okay, pay for that, and pay for that, and pay for this, and pay for that. Whenever anything comes up, I don't care what it is, and I don't care where things are, with whatever he got going on, whatever I got going on, he gonna make sure that I'm good. And that was one of the things that when he had that court case, I told y'all about the court case. The same thing that all of you just said is the same exact thing that the judge just said. The judge asked the bailiff, he said, bailiff, would your ex-wife fly to another city to speak in your behalf? And he said, no, judge, not never. And the judge said, mine either. He said, you gotta be some sort of special person to be able to maintain a relationship with your ex-wife. Like, it's unheard of. And while he was sick, I went to they were doing some testing on his brain. So they sent him to this it's like a forensic psychologist. And so the psychologist is looking at him and talking to him, but then he's looking at me and he's looking at me with his head to the side. And I said, "Is everything okay?" He said, "Him, I understand." He said, "You, I do not." Why are you here? That's what he kept saying. Why are you? I don't understand. Like, why? It is an anomaly and it is something that I'm grateful for because I can't even say that in my own family that that's even true with my brothers and sisters that have moved on from relationships that they are still friends or at least cordial. But the thing that came up in my mind with him was that in the middle of divorce, it could be really ugly. Ours was not ugly. Ours was you got a house, I got a house. You got a car, I got a car. We got a kid to take care of. Maya was 13 at the time. So we say you that's all we gotta do is take care of our daughter. And we made our separation. So it was no fighting over this and fighting over that and give me this and give me that. And whatever I've ever needed or any of the kids ever needed. He just
Heck,
sent his
whatever Nona Carey ever needed. One time I needed you really bad, and you didn't have it, and you said, "Hold on." We got him on the phone, no lecture, nothing. He was like, "What's your cash app?" And that was that. He sent it with no issue, no problem. Not worrying about when he was going to get it back or get it back. He didn't worry about it. He was like, "I got you," because he loves you so much,
yeah, yeah.
and he loves me
And
too
what's
with his big head.
yes, and what's important to me is important to him, and vice versa. If he say he's starting business, I'm starting business. He told me one time, he said, "I don't know when you're going to get a boyfriend or when you're going to get a new person in your life, but when you get him, you just make sure you tell him that you come with a husband." And it's so funny that I mean, he gonna make sure I'm good. And and if somebody mess up, he coming for him. Let him know. I'll be right there. I'm coming for him. So I don't,
Because he said, you know whom he is?
you know who it is?
Right.
You know who it is? Nikki said that's a dream statement, but it really is the truth, right? Noreen said happy Father's Day in advance. I think he's still watching somewhere. And I'm just really grateful because I know people that don't have that. And when times is tough, he gonna look out. And
Darlene, a lot of people don't have that, baby. A lot. You know, the narrative that's being pushed right now that I don't like is pitting us against our own black men and black women. That narrative is being pushed that black men don't support black women don't support, and it's a lie. It's really a lie
yeah,
because we can all find somebody in our circles of life where we can. I'm in the house with my daughter and her husband, and her husband and his family support her
mhm,
1000%. I
yeah,
told her the other day how blessed she is. I'm like, do you know what of a blessing it is to not just gain a husband, but gain a family that actually likes you, that
mhm,
don't just like you, they support you,
yeah,
they take family pictures, they do things my family don't do.
yeah,
And my child, do you understand how of a blessing that God have put in your life? So I don't be liking to go along with the stories that people tell
yeah,
about we don't support each other. That's a lie.
mhm,
That's a
mhm,
lie. That's a lie.
yes,
That's a lie. Like I have somebody that I was in a former relationship with that I talk to every day. We send each other scriptures. We forgive each other for foolishness, and we move forward because it's not worth hold. You teach us about holding on to stuff, deep hurt and regret that causes cancer.
yes,
I'm not getting no cancer because I can't let go of shit. I'm not. And I'm just not. No, I'm not doing none of that. Like I don't want it. I want to be free. So you all are examples. He may not speak a lot, but he needs to know that he is an example to the men that listen. They may not be in the Zoom room, but the men here on TikTok, they here on Instagram, they
Yep.
here on YouTube. This lady got up, man. I don't know who her former spouse is, but he dope. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She appreciate him. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And so you all are breaking down that narrative. We don't support each other. And
Mhm.
it's that alone is priceless, Darlene. That's
Absolutely.
priceless because so many women do have the story of otherwise, but men like him have something to offer the younger generation that's coming up and telling them, look, it ain't even worth you being that way towards somebody that carry your children.
Yes.
He could teach young men that, you know what I'm saying? He could teach some old men that. Like you like some of y'all in y'all 40s need to know that, like really support the women that's in your life because one thing about black women, when you support us, we
Mhm.
gonna support you
Absolutely.
1000%.
Every single time. Nikki says support is everything. She said, I have wonderful examples of black men in my family and it makes me proud. So Nikki is Von's cousin. Cousin? Is y'all cousins? What is y'all? I don't even know. Cause your mom, so yeah, cousins, your mom is his cousin, then do you like a second cousin or something. But her her grandfather, Uncle June, is one of the male figures in my ex-husband's life who he absolutely gave us so much everything. Uncle June used to come to our house every Sunday. He would come over every Sunday for Taylor's pork and bacon because he can't have that. But he would come to our house and say, "Girl, give me some bacon," and he say, "Boy, give me some, give me some Taylor's pork." And he would sit with us and he would give us so much knowledge about so much stuff. He was the one telling my former spouse, "Don't worry about that girl money. Don't worry about that girl money. That girl money don't got nothing to do with you. You take care of the house and you give her some more money." So I think he just remembers all of that. And my father always took care of my mother too. So those men were the men that he got a chance to be together with because we got married at 17 and 18. So we grew up together and grew up with them. Yes, I loved your grandfather more than anything in the world as well. Go ahead, Yolanda King Johnson. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I just wanted to say this. Due to I have a nonprofit full of kings. I don't just say man because man is man, right?
Mhm.
But what I see these days, because now before, of course, I used to say what Bridget was saying is that women don't support men, men don't support women. But what you do have is a unique situation that you and your husband grew up together, so y'all learned each other. And sometimes we choose to, as y'all was young, y'all choose each other, not that God brought y'all together, but y'all two choose each other. So happened that was your who, right? That didn't mean you have to be married to him. Y'all more better probably separate than together. Like for instance, me and my husband, that is my dog. I will shoot a nigga in the pinky toe for mine. You know what I'm saying? Because he do show up. He might don't show up the way I want him as a husband, but that's my who because he's always there to support me, take the stuff out the car, these little things. And it's amazing when you can sit down and get out of yourself because we want to see a man to do what you think they supposed to do. I commend the guys that is in my life. I just lost my father, my last father, shall I say, this year. Yeah, this year, last year, I mean, sorry. And I was so angry because I didn't like dudes. You know what I'm saying? I've been child molested, raped, and people, so I never had that respect of men until I realized God replaced it, the real man or kings in my life with my whole organization. I have 6 of them now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I see how they treat their families, their kids, and it's like, oh no, it's out here. It's just some of us women ain't around those. We don't even know what a king look like. So this moment, seeing your husband, your former husband, on the call and speaking and how you speak of him and you holding that king up because you're a queen. That's the reason why y'all have that type of relationship, because you're a queen and he's a king. You're not bashing him like most women do bash a man because he ain't giving her what she wants, but he is a king. He been there. He's raised your kids. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that's going on in this world that we are selfish. We so selfish, and we got that same kind of relationship with. We can have that same type of relationship with these kings that's in our life, but we don't know how to respect them because we want to be something that we ain't. So I just wanted to say, if he's still listening, I commend him because I'm always commending kings in the street, even if I'm at the grocery store. If I see a man open a door for a woman, I'm gonna say, I honor you, sir. You know what I mean? So that's what we need to start doing in our everyday life, just giving our flowers to the real kings, not these boys out in the streets, because we honor them and they sagging. You know what I mean? We need to stay focused. But anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Thank you for.
Thank you. Go ahead, Hillary.
No, I was gonna say I came late, but man, when I tell I love this discussion so much because I literally, man, I was so blessed yesterday. I dated this dude in my 30s, worked with him at Wyeth Pharmaceuticals, and like we dated hot, heavy, and then out of the blue one day he was like, "Hey, I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore. I'm on a different spiritual journey." And I'm like, "What? What? Like, how is that even possible?" But fast forward years later, me and this dude have been friends ever since that time, and I'm in my 50s. And yesterday he calls me, he's like, "Hey," he's like, "You good?" He's like, "I'm just checking on you, just want to make sure everything is okay." And I'm like, "I am, I'm having a great day." He's like, "No, I want you to have a better day." He zells me money, and he's like, "I want you to take time and just have a beautiful dinner somewhere. I don't know where you're gonna go, but Hillary, I need you to just pause and breathe and just sit and eat and enjoy something lavish, get dressed up, do whatever you want to do by yourself." He was like, "I just want to see you happy. I just want to see you sit." He's like, "Because you're always running and you never take time for yourself." He was like, "Calm down, just sit." And I sent him pictures of the meal. And when I tell y'all I tore down that Italian food, I had lasagna. I haven't just paused and just loved on myself like that. But for him to have sent, and then it wasn't even the amount that he sent. I was like, oh my God, like, and he was like, "No, I need proof. I need you to send me pictures that you actually did that. Because I know how you are. You'll find another way to do something for somebody or do whatever." He was like, "Mm-mm." And I did. In the meal, I was snapping pictures. And at the end, the bag that I took out said, "Thank you." I sent him a picture of the words, "Thank you." And he was
Yeah,
like, "That's what I'm talking about." So there
that's
are
what I'm talking about.
beautiful.
Nick said kings recognize queens. Yes, she said, yes, this is a great conversation. Keep going. Go ahead, Nona Carey. Did you mean to have your hand up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm in earlier.
Uh, You in bed, Joanne. Ding, 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 ding,
Am
ding.
I okay?
Yep, a little bit. Yeah, it's like we getting every other word.
Is it working now? If not,
Okay,
we'll
yeah,
talk later. I'm
we hear
not going
you.
nowhere.
We hear you. We hear you. We hear you now. Oh, maybe she don't hear us now. But I'm just extremely grateful, and even as life continues to do what it does, it's always um amazing when you can find just your way past your differences. Go ahead, Sherry.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Oh, this is such a wonderful conversation. And as someone who wasn't raised by a man. I wasn't raised with my father in the house. I've always um, given men me when they didn't even deserve me. And, I am someone who was molested as a child, not by my father, but by my father figure, my godfather. Just to say my background,
Yes.
let's say. But um, it's important to know that a king recognizes a queen.
Yeah.
And I'm on that journey now. I mean, I'm well seasoned, but it takes a lot to recognize what you need to heal from and attract the energy and the people that are really for you. And
Yeah.
I love that we take this journey together and that we share authentically because it helps to heal all of us. It helps to know that you're not alone in these questions or experiences. And I recently met someone, but I mean, God was saying to me, he not the one, just relax. And
Yeah.
so I'm relaxing because, like Hillary, I'm always on the move. I don't always relax. Even in my relaxation, I'm getting something done.
Yes.
And my brain won't let me or hasn't let me let go of this guy yet.
Yeah.
But he not pursuing me. And so that's the other reason I know that he's not the one. And I don't need to pick him apart, bash him. I just need to relax,
Yeah.
and let him recognize the queen I am and the king he is. And if that doesn't come together, then it's not meant to. And
Yeah.
that's okay too.
Yeah.
And as it's getting ready to be Father's Day, I just say to everyone, recognize the men who need that recognition around you, whoever they are,
Yeah.
and let them know you appreciate them. Because, yeah, I think black women, period, support men. I just think that, we get to learn which ones to support and which ones to just, stand back, let them
Yes.
support themselves.
Yes.
And former husband, if you still listening, we all love you. And today I think you needed to hear that. So we love you. I'm Sherry from Brooklyn, and
Hey,
there's
come on.
nothing you can do about it.
Exactly, exactly. Nick said, I love this healing space virtually. And she said, Amen. And yes, Queen, to you, Sherry. Like it really is special. And people don't understand it. They like, your ex-husband. That's how I know you're not my people when you start talking like
Yeah,
that.
how about my former husband? Um, I'm the our child is the only child he has. He didn't even wish me a happy Mother's Day. And at first I was like, da, 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 da. And then I just said, you know what? That's part of what did not work in our relationship because I always highlighted what he didn't do right and what he didn't do for me. And nobody wants to be bashed all the time. So, I thank God that I know my mistakes and that I know what celebrates a person and what edifies them.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna keep my peace.
Yes, I love keeping my peace. And sometimes like I've been in this house, I think this makes 7 months or so. And I could tell you at least 2 or 3 of those months he's paid a good amount of the rent here. So and he just asked me yesterday, um, what your bills looking like? So he sent me $400 towards the rent. And he said, well, what about the other stuff? I said, I'm gonna look at the other stuff tomorrow. I don't want to think about the other stuff. The rent is paid. That's all. Let me worry about the other stuff later. So he's concerned. He even asked me, he said, you sure this is a good idea? You sure you should do this? That's a lot of money. And I'm like, I'm sure. And it's just a matter of making sure that things are falling into the places that they need to fall into. And they are doing that right now. So it's beginning to level out now. Go ahead, Bridge.
You hit on it. I was just gonna say, um, about when this all started with the new healing house, uh, to the third power.
Yeah.
I remember he was concerned in the beginning, but God, just got him on board with making sure you did well. And I remember talking to you. I was like, "Girl, he ain't gonna do nothing but make sure you be okay." Anyway, like, cause he on the team. He know he on the team. I was like, he know he on the team, but Tabitha Brown and Chance Brown made a podcast yesterday about support. And she said sometimes the best way to get your partner to support you is to go ahead and do what they said you couldn't do. And I think he watches you do the amazing things that you do. And he can't, he like, well, I might as well go and support her because she gonna do it anyway. So I'm like, she gonna do it anyway. It don't even matter. But the things that you do are so impactful and helpful to other people that sometimes we have this cookie cutter way that the world has taught us it's supposed to look, but God is so amazing. God does things so out of the box, so differently. God say, look, your ways is not my ways, and your thoughts are not my thoughts. I'm gonna use the person that you least expect to be the one to help support you go forward. I'm gonna use the one that you didn't see it coming, but I'm gonna use that very person to be supportive to you, and it all works out because at the root of it is love, Darlena. It's love that's there. It's love for each other, love for your children. No matter what the paperwork said, no matter what y'all can't dwell together. You agreed on that, but at the same time the love didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Why? It's like you said, he had a house, you had a house. He had a car, you had a car. Y'all got this child together that's left that need to be reared. You all did it together. And
Mhm.
it's that part doesn't you don't need marriage to be in covenant to agree. You don't need marriage per se according to the world. Now, I want y'all to hear me. When a person has vowed to God to be a person that wants to be in your life to make sure you are okay and they really love you from their heart, they're gonna show up regardless. As crazy as my former spouse was, if my car broke down, if anything happened to that car, that's what he did well. I could pick up the phone and say, Ernest, my car sound like chink a link a link a link a link. Help me. He gonna come help me with the chink a link a link a link, and I'm gonna be back on the road. If a Negro thought he was gonna run up on Bridget in Mobile, Alabama with the foolishness, I had to stop him from going to jail in other situations. Sir, please remain in Alabama. Don't come to Georgia looking for this man. The police got him. The folks had to slow him down. So the love doesn't dissipate because of other circumstances.
Yeah.
It remains strong. And so therefore we have to celebrate the good.
Mhm.
Like we learned with I can't say her name, Abraham Hicks. We
Mhm.
celebrate the good.
Yes.
Now we gotta celebrate the good. We got enough foolishness
Yes.
that other people glorify. We gotta celebrate the good. He came to you with that because guess what? He needed that from you. And not only did he got his answer from you, he got it from your crew.
Yes.
Your crew, we all can't
And
like,
I'm with every day.
bruh, please chill. We
Yes,
love you.
chill out.
Like
Right.
you, I'm like, come on now. Like we got you over here. So like, ain't nobody over here having no He-Man, man hater club over here. This
No, no. Nikki said, "Amen." Wow, what a good point of view. She gonna do it anyway. Support her anyway. My God, yes. And hey, Danny, welcome. I remember when I was in Philly and Dr. Long had needed something, and I said, "I gotta go to Dr. Loretta's house. Can you go with me?" And he's like, "Dr. Loretta's house. She live an hour away." I said, "I know, but I needed to go with me." And so he
He
came.
came with you, right?
Uh-huh.
That's why. They both showed up. I went, what?
Yep. He fixed the chandelier. He did. He
Oh,
said,
he did. Yeah, he was on the step ladder doing, because I got these 12-foot ceilings.
mhm.
And he was on the step ladder changing the lights in the chandelier and stuff.
Lifting it up
And
high,
singing.
too low.
He,
Yep.
he was singing. He sang all day long.
You sang the whole time. So I mean, he could fuss and say, that he don't want to do or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Whatever is needed. I could be right here in Georgia, and something could be going on with one of my friends in Philly, and I could say, "Can you go to so and so house because this is happening or that's happening?" And he'll go. He will go. One of my girlfriends was trying to get out of she was in a roommate situation with this girl, and she was trying to get in the house to get the TV. And so she called me. We go over there. We to help the girl break in the house to get the TV. Girl, what? He was like, "You got me breaking in people's houses, get the TV." So he is definitely who he think he is. He definitely is that. And I don't know why he needed to hear it today. I don't know why, but I'm not going to not say it because of what the world might think our relationship should be because he my former spouse.
You know how you go on trip and you get a road dog to go
Yeah.
with you? They ride it. Hey, he the life dog.
Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. He just asked me, my daughter and her husband, they are his family reunion. They're doing another cruise and they're going to Alaska. He told me, "You want to go to Alaska?" I'm like, "I can't keep going with y'all." He was like, "Man, just come on. We going to Alaska."
girl, you better get on that ship and go there. Let's go. I was like, wait a minute, girl, wait a girl, if you don't get on that ship,
Yes,
Yeah, you need the rest, and you don't even know who's going to be on that cruise that you're supposed to be
yes,
um, there to administer to everybody.
yeah.
You know, you don't get to turn anything down now, doctor.
Yes, 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 yes. And it is true. And one of he said to me, he said, "You making all this money off this book that you wrote about me?" I said, "Baby, let me tell you something. The minute, the day that you say you want to get online or you want to get on the stage, you want to talk about it, we selling tickets because people waiting to hear your side."
for real. Like when you getting on the stage, buddy, when you showing up, like that's the show everybody coming to. Like, look,
He
Yes.
don't have to
everybody
do
showing up for
nothing
that.
but dress up and show up.
Yeah,
You
that's
do all the talking.
yes,
He's just the show and tell piece that
yes.
he's still
This
here.
him. This the one. This the one that survived. This the one that, yeah, cancer 12 years ago. He alive. This is him.
He
Right?
gonna
That's
show
all
up
he
and
has to
show
do.
out. Nah,
Yes.
he gonna
He just
show
has
up and show
to.
out.
He would
All
love
he got to do is dress up and sit on the stage. He don't have to
it.
even open his mouth.
And I think that would be healing for him too. I think that he needs to tell his story.
Yep.
I think so too.
Because sometimes
Yeah.
when we are having conversation about that, like he gets real like articulate and starts telling about, "Yeah, you was giving me that juice and making me drink that juice, and I ain't really want to drink that juice," right?
Oh, yeah. His side of it is color. His side of it is colorful.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that would add a whole dimension to the
Absolutely.
story.
When he was telling me, when I told him he had to do the coffee enemas, he said, "You want to stick what in my who?" Uh-uh. That's not what men do. You know, you can't do that. I said, "Listen, it is not about you. You're not doing it for you. You're doing it for your mama. You're doing it for your kids.
And your children. Yeah.
You're not doing it for you." He said, "Ugh, okay, 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 okay," and he let me do it. And then he had to do it 5 times a day. So the first few days, he let me do it. And then after that, he's like, okay, okay, I could just do it myself. I could just do it myself. And when people were talking junk about me and talking junk to me, my mom was like, they want to talk all that junk, tell them to come over there and stick that thing up his butt. You the only one doing that. I was like, oh my God. Go ahead, Leslie. Go ahead,
My Vaughn story, I came into this late, so I'm not sure all of the details, but my Vaughn story was I was at Darlena's house in Philly and she was on the call, I think, with Chevette and all of them. When he did that call in the morning, you did a call with someone in the morning.
Leslie.
Was that them?
I don't know, girl.
Remember when he came in there? Because I was like, I'm not getting on there. I'm not getting on.
Oh yes, yes, yes. It was with Kemp
Kim,
Saturday.
Kim,
Yeah, and I was telling them that you was the esthetician.
yeah. And he was like, open your mouth. Say what you gotta say. Speak up. He was like, he would not. I was like, damn, if I had a Vine in my life every day,
Yeah, I
I would
remember now. I
what?
remember now. I remember now. Yep. I was on the call and it was my well-being Wednesday that I was doing for them. And
Yes.
I said, Leslie is a skin geek. Like, y'all need to hear from her. So I'm gonna let her talk. And she was like, no, 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 no. And he was like, no, yes, you is.
He was like, no, yes, you would say something like right now. He was like,
And she got on and she did really, really well.
he said, see, was that hard?
Oh, he forced Leslie to talk.
He
Yes.
forced
Oh,
me
that's
to
good.
talk. Yes,
Mhm.
that was so good. And I thought, that's what you need. That's the kind of person you need behind you. Someone who's not gonna let you pull back, withdraw, and play small.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
So it is truly like I I always in these calls I always allow the spirit to come up and give us what we need. So I know that he asked me the question, and maybe it was because he really need to hear that and really need to know that I don't take my relationship with him or what he does for me and for our children for granted. I pray for him every day. I pray for his
Mm-hmm.
I pray for his spirit. I pray that he continues to be as giving and as loving as he is. And because he is far away from the person that he was when we was in our 20s and 30s and going through stuff. He's not that person.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely not that person.
Mm-hmm.
He just paid my daughter's rent for her for a couple of months. So while her husband was home from work, that they wouldn't have to worry about that with their new baby. And his commitment to making sure that they have everything they need for their baby is mind blowing. He's like, well, is it time for a high chair yet? Is it time for a walkie yet? What else he need? And my daughter was like, Dad, don't buy that. I don't need that. And he calls me up all upset. She keep telling me what to buy and what not. I can buy whatever I want. Like, no, you can't. Buy what they ask you for and stop that. Right. So that's how the whole thing started, Les. He had asked me a question when I first started the call. It came across at like 8:16. It said his question was, do you ever tell people how you appreciate your ex-husband? And so I used one of my phones and I called them up on the phone and let everybody say what they know about him and what they know about what I say about him.
Yeah, because in my space, when I'm in your space, I only ever hear you talk about him from the Diary of the
Bad mad black woman.
Bad Black Woman. But
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about the book, but
Yeah.
hear that you don't talk about him like that at all.
Yeah.
And
No. Mm-mm.
don't talk about him like that at all.
No.
You would
And my experience of him is so helpful. I didn't expect him to show up with you, and the two of them knocked out everything that needed to be done in this house, and he sang all the time.
hmm Bridget said, "Pop, pop, calm down."
and you know what? It might be important to say what you just said, that you recognize he is not the same person that he was back then.
That
He
yeah,
is
that's important.
a person he because we say it about ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
I say it about myself, and my daughter said something to me yesterday. She had to go to surgery. She said, "Oh, you look nice." I was like, "Yeah, because this is the new version."
Yes.
Because they're not used to seeing me in lipstick, so it's
Yes.
like, ooh. I was like,
Okay,
"This is
Les,
it.
remember the challenge, Les.
What's the challenge?"
New version. Body rider, pum pum shorts, tank tops.
Oh, listen, girl, I tell you, I'm in here splitting and stretching all day so I could do it. But you know, people need to know that you don't you're you you never. I always used to think, how they not together? Cause y'all, 'cause y'all just such good friends. So
Yeah.
it's important for him to know you don't see him as the same person that you saw him as.
Mm-mm.
We don't even see that stuff.
And that's because of him. That's because he did the work.
Yeah.
So he did the work. He's the one who had to decide, like, I really don't want to not be in my kids' life. I don't want my kids, because that was the thought when we went through the whole divorce thing. And this didn't happen overnight. We've
Nope.
been divorced since 2011. So it took us
So it took us
time to get here. This didn't happen like the first year or the second year, the third year. But as we started to see, for me, as I started to see my kids get older and they are having their kids and they're doing stuff, I never wanted us to be in a place where we hated each other so much that our kids had to decide between which one of us they could invite to their events. My daughter getting married, oh well, maybe I
In the back. Say that for the people in the back, because that is a lot of the issue. Is that these women have these issues with their former husbands or baby daddies, whatever you call them, and the children suffer. But you say, I love the children, but you can't love them that much because you're so bitter. You gotta give these people grace. I get it. Well, none of us are perfect, but that's big. That's big because you loved your children so much that you wanted to find a common ground. Yeah, dude, you might not have done right by mommy. However, you love the kids like I love the kids. So we have to figure this out. Period.
Yes, yes. And that's what it was. We didn't want our kids to have to choose. Well, mommy and daddy don't get along, so I'm gonna invite daddy this time, and then I'll invite mommy next time. How immature is that? Like, we supposed to be grown adults, we supposed to be the example. And my kids talk about it too. My kids talk about it too. And the expectation, my granddaughter was 7. And she called me up and she said, Mama, I'm about to go to Pop Up House. And when I go to Pop Up House, I want you to be there. I said, but I don't live at Pop Up House. I know, but I just want you to be over there when I come over there. So guess what I did? I was over there when she came over there. And a bunch of times I get summoned to Philly so that I could be there with Pop Pop when my grandkids come. Because that's what they expect and that's what they want. And they will never see any type of discord, because the worst of the worst, it's already over. Why are we dwelling on it? It's over with. And so I don't know who the message was for today, and I appreciate it coming up the way that it did so that I can say some of the things that's always on my heart for him. I pray that he stay healthy, because the longer he stay healthy and the longer he able to do that work that he do, the more he will continue to take care of our family, because it is our family. It is a family that we created together. It's our family. and we will together always be there for our children and for our grandchildren. And the type of legacy work that he's doing now, that he's talking about doing for our grandson, I don't know if this is being, if he's feeling this compelled right now because this is our youngest child that just had a baby, and it's clicked something in his mind about legacy and legacy building and what he's trying to do. He's talking about building trust now and just all these things that he's going to have this for my grandson's name is Jackson. He calls him Jax, my grandson. He says the whole thing. I'm doing this for Jax, my grandson. I need to do this for Jax, my grandson. I need to make sure that Jax, my grandson, is good. And so now everybody in the family is calling him Jax, my grandson. The little boy is gonna be like, why y'all calling me Jax, the grandson, my grandson? So I thank God for all of it, and for this message this morning, and the lives that it gets to touch and bless, because it is an anomaly, and it shouldn't be, it shouldn't have to be. And so even it just reminds me of what the judge said. The judge said, I'm not going to send you to jail today because of your relationship with your ex-wife. How many people's lives would be changed if somebody in authority said, I'm not going to do that because you have a good relationship with somebody that you used to be in relationship with? And realizing that even for himself, the judge himself, that his own ex-wife he did not have a relationship with, and then asked the bailiff, like, would you
At the bailiff, did he have good?
would your ex-wife fly? And then he said, because we know you don't live here. You know they know everything. That was a federal case. We know you don't live here. So would your ex-wife fly and speak in your behalf? And that bailiff said, no, judge, not never. And the judge said, mine.
Jesus.
So you never
Darlena,
know how your life
Darlena,
could show up and bless you in ways. This whole federal case that came up, he was sick at the time when it all came up. All he did was help the wrong person. And because he helped the wrong person, they did the wrong thing and dragged him in it. So it wasn't something that he should be punished for in the first place. And that was why I was in it. And so the whole situation and the way all of that all panned out, at the end, the judgment that he got was 1 year of house arrest with no ankle bracelet. People were like, how is that? That's not house arrest then. And he got to go to work every day. He just had to be in the house by 7. And anybody who knows him knows he in before dark anyway. So that was not no punishment at all. And probation. Everybody else attached to that case went to jail. But we prayed a special prayer, me and my people and all of that. We did the things that needed to be done. And yes, Bridget, only God could do that. Because he asked me, he said, what you doing? I said, keeping you out of jail as I'm praying and doing the stuff. He like, oh my God. Go ahead, Shanette.
this is what my mom always said. She always said that it it doesn't matter about what transpired. Because remember, when y'all was together, when we was together, when y'all was doing your thing, nobody was around. When y'all was getting together. But she always said that, because all the thing is, the exes, they always stayed around. No matter, listen, in every all of us relationship, the exes, they stayed around. Girl, come to Sunday dinner when we still apart. come around, eat dinner. We're getting carrot juice and rice and peas and curry chicken and hello, what you doing here? But she always said, it doesn't it you have to understand that even though you guys was not good for each other, match made in heaven, it doesn't mean that that individual is not a nice person, is not a loving, kind, caring person.
Mhm.
right? So it just means that it wasn't for you.
Mhm.
It was not for you. And she always said that. So we never had any hiccups about the ex coming around. We never had, we just let it be.
Mhm.
And, till in even to this day, every single one of my siblings, they could call up the exes, they always supportive. They're always kind, loving. I mean, it's just that's exactly how it is. It doesn't mean that they're not wonderful people and individual. It just means that it did not work out and we was not made for each other. Period. So go back to Bridget. It's love. It's care. It's kindness.
Yes.
It's support. That's all it is. You
Mhm.
know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell him what you said, Noreen, about writing a book. He might do it. I don't know. He might. Because that'll push him out into the forefront, then everybody will see him. So I don't know. He might not want to come out. He still feels a way about how he looks. He lost so much weight. He used to be really thick neck, big head, muscle bound guy, and now he's not that. And so he has a thing. But I told him, I said, you know, people who had what you had are dead. So this
I was about to say that, sir. You are
that's
alive.
it, right? So it's like, because of some of the treatment, he lost his teeth, his girth in his body. So he feels some kind of way. But I'm like, bro, I don't even see that. I just see is you, is you. His voice is not even the same. And so we looked at some old pictures of he had sent some videos to Vanya when she was graduating eighth grade, and he looked different and he sound different. But so you a new person. And that's just really speaking to the person who you were is gone. You are now this new, rebuilt, redone person that loves
And you're alive. You are
absolutely.
alive.
Absolutely. You is in new wineskins, baby.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
So
right.
I hope that we have beaten this subject to the ground, and that people will understand and overstand that all is well. We just have to be the best people that we know how to be.
We're
Yes,
And
grateful to
continue
you.
to
We're
evolve.
grateful to you, former spouse. We are grateful for you. And we're grateful for the lessons and all of the journey along the way. We
absolutely,
are grateful for you.
May I
absolutely.
say just one thing, one lastly too?
Yes, please.
I feel like, in vows you have that one sentence where God has joined, let no man put asunder.
Mm-hmm.
And I really feel that it can permeate past the vows, even when you have left each other.
Mm-hmm.
God has joined y'all, so
Yes,
no man can put asunder.
for sure.
And it happens with a lot of relationships. Like I've heard, as all of y'all have talked, some have been joined by God, and that's why, like with Hillary, they're still in your. They're gonna be in your life.
Yes.
So, but you guys are that special, poignant part of what God has joined that no man can put asunder. So I just wanted to say that.
And God told me that I joined Pete Long on my own, so don't blame him. Because I was all sad. I know I called my parents. I know you don't believe in divorce, and my father said we didn't expect you to stay that long.
They be
We just
right.
wouldn't mix in because we figured that if we didn't want you, you'd stay just to be stubborn like you always are. And they laughed. They
Yeah.
said, "Well,
I'm
we
calling you back.
waited."
I'm, I'm gonna call you back, Vanya. Vanya trying to call me. It's past our time. We are in extended programming, and
Oh,
so
I'm glad you are, so I could get here because I was on another call.
yes, well, we are all as well as well. Thank you, everybody, for your sentiments. I think that it's recorded all over the place, so he can always go back and listen to it and hear it again, and be okay in his mind and in his thoughts, even if he don't get to hear it from me constantly or anybody constantly. This is something that he'll always be able to go back to, and then other people will be able to take this same lesson wherever you're listening from, and give some grace to people who need it. Give grace to your former husbands, your former spouses, your former wives, and really let them know, like, the things that we experience in our 20s and 30s, those things, they were not good at the time, kind of horrible, some of them, but we were all growing at that time, all transitioning.
Yes, my goodness. We have to give grace to ourselves. We were growing.
Absolutely. So just being in that and just knowing that, we're all imperfect and we all fall short of the glory of God. And so the same grace that we ask God for every day, we want to extend that same grace. So with that being said, Dr. Long, will you please give us our blessing for today?
Yeah, come on. We're blessed going in.
Blessed going in.
Blessed going in.
We're blessed coming out.
We're
Blessed
coming out.
We're blessed in the city.
blessed
We're
in the
blessed.
In the city.
We're blessed in the field.
We're
blessed in
blessed.
In the field.
We're blessed.
We are always in the right place at the right time.
always
We're always in the right place at the right time.
Time.
With the right people.
With the right,
With
With
the
the
right
right
people,
people.
Doing the right thing.
right
doing
Doing
the
the
right
right
thing
things
For the right reasons.
for the
for the
right
for the
right
right
reason.
reasons.
And everything is in divine order.
and
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 everything is
everything
everything is
in
in
is in
divine
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 order.
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 As Jabez said, bless us indeed.
as
As
Jabez
As
Jabez
David
said,
says,
favor us
bless us
indeed.
indeed.
Expand our territory.
Expand
expand
our
Expand our
Our
territory.
territories.
Extend an open hand of favor to us.
extend
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 an
an
open
open hand
hand
of
of
favor to
favor
favor
to
us,
to
us,
us,
That we may do no harm.
that we
that we
may
may
do
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 no
no
harm,
harm,
And we let go and let God.
and
and
we
we
let
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 go
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 and
and
let
let
and
God.
let God.
God.
Then we go with the flow.
go with
And
the
we
Let we
go with the
go
We
with the
go
flow.
with
flow.
the
And
flow
let the blessings and the money roll in.
and let
And
the
let
and
the
let
Let
the
the
favor and
blessings
the
blessings
and
and
money
the
money
money
roll
roll in.
in
From the north, south, east, and west.
the
From
north,
the
the
from the
north,
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 south,
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 east,
east,
and
east,
and
and
west,
west,
west.
From above and beneath.
from
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 above
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 and
and
beneath,
beneath.
From known and unknown sources.
from
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 known
known
and
and unknown
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 sources.
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 Tell us about our money, Dr. D.
we have supernatural unlimited money sowing supernatural unlimited seeds.
And
Amen.
we live and give out of God's
God's
overabundance,
overabundance,
so
so
we
we
never
never
run
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 out.
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 Never, never,
Never,
never.
ever, ever run out.
Yes,
We always have more than enough.
we
We
always
We
always
always have
have
more
more
than
than
More
enough.
enough.
than enough.
More than enough to do anything our heart desires.
more than
More
More than
than
enough to
Do
enough
do
to
anything
anything
our
anything
our
heart
heart
desires.
desires.
More than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts to do for others.
others.
more
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 than
than
More
enough
enough
to
to
than
do
do
enough
anything
anything
God
God
to
puts
God
put
on our
on our
put
hearts to
hearts to
do
do
for
for
to
others.
others.
do for others.
We have big money to spend, big money to lend, and bigger money to keep.
big money.
Have big
Amen.
Big
money to
Big
money
money
to
to
spend,
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 big money
big
to
money
big
to
lend,
money
lend,
to
and bigger
and bigger
money
bigger
to
money to
money
keep.
keep.
Because our bank is in
in
heaven.
Heaven
heaven.
on
Ben,
earth.
And we're the branch banks. We're
And
the
with the blood
spout where the money's coming out.
is spout, the
amen.
money
Out where the money's coming out.
Full
Yes, and
blast.
God can trust us with that money to put it where He
Amen.
wants it to be. Amen, y'all.
Amen.
Amen. I love you
Amen.
so much. I'm
Thank
Love
glad
you
I
you.
got here.
too.
This day, this has
Love
to
Thank
be
you
repeated
too.
on Father's Day for anybody who hasn't heard it.
Yes, absolutely. Happy Father's Day in advance because we done talked all about y'all.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Back it up, put it
yeah.
in a bottle,
Yeah.
and be blessed.
This